Hi everyone, hi every spirit, Daria here. Here with the continuation of this little series. We are going to be making this series of calibrating your sun sign, your own expression, whatever I will call this, I still don't know, but make sure that you watch the previous videos so you can have some a little context about what I'm talking about here. But real quick, this means that this little video will be about Pisces Sun. This will be a little video about how you can calibrate your own expression with the world, how can you calibrate your own individuality, and how can you do it in the best way for your own expression, and how can you calibrate it so you don't go too far into your specific ego, your specific sun sign, and you are able to make it juicy, make it pop, make it balanced, make it impactful, and make it make sense in a way so you don't have to fall from your high horse, because you have already analyzed yourself, you have already paid attention to whatever you have going on, and you have already calibrated your spaceship, right? So whenever you get a little too far off into your ego, too far off into paying attention to things that you might feel that it's already too saturated, you might go too much into something. So this little video will be about that. So specifically about Pisces Sun. What is Pisces Sun? Mutable water, meaning that we pay attention to things that to emotions and feelings, our own emotions and feelings and others' emotions and feelings. So we are able to adapt to other feelings and emotions, as well as adapt our own feelings and emotions to others. So that will be that mutability, as well as that type of destruction energy. So you can destroy and mutate certain energies so you don't have to deal with those emotions and feelings. You are able to put that to them and things of that nature. You are able to transmute and to create a new energy, as well as adapt a new energy or transform energy that already exists into something different, into something new. So Pisces Sun, paying attention to your own and others' feelings and emotions, paying attention to your own dreams, illusions, creativity, imagination, anything really. It's really the 12th house, which correlates to dreams, to mysticism, spirituality, being able to create the environment, to create and to clear waters, to make waters flow, as well as bring things into the waters, mixture waters, things of that nature. So that's what we as Pisces Sun do. That's what we pay attention to, is our own emotions and others people's emotions. So we may get a bit flunked out into others people's emotions, thinking that they are ours, as well as adapting others' feelings and emotions, thinking that they have projected that on me and now I am experiencing all these emotions and feelings. No, bitch, you have adapted to them. You have accepted those emotions and feelings, and now you think that somebody else sent it to you and now you are all like that victim energy, but it was actually you that accepted them. It was actually you that related to that, and deep down inside you know that you related to that, even knowing that it wasn't the best for you. So that's how Pisces Sun can get flunked out, getting too much into dreams, illusions, and be out there without having no form of stability, or having some form of because it depends a lot on the other placements you have, right? I'm not saying every Pisces Sun is like that, but just by you having Pisces Sun, you already pay attention to your own and others people's emotions and feelings, and you are able to relate and correlate that and mixture waters and make some experiments, be a bit of a crazy scientist, but more of a crazy witch than crazy scientist. So make sure that you are, calibrating these energies, and how can you calibrate these energies? How can you calibrate your own expression, your own creativity? How can you calibrate and balance what you pay attention to, so you don't go too far into your own imaginations? Because dreams, illusions, creativity is so vast. You can create anything, because we as spirits, we create, and Pisces know that like no one else. You can create anything. You just by you having faith, you already know that can happen. And that's why Pisces is one of the most powerful signs in this whole 360, because we are able to attract and manifest anything. The thing is that we may attract and manifest a lot of bullshit, you know. And for us to have clean perspective, for us to be able to correlate this Pisces creativity, this Pisces expression, this way for us to adapt our own feelings and emotions with others' feelings and emotions, is to go to the opposite sign. That is one of the first things that you can do to calibrate your spaceship, to calibrate what you pay attention to. When you start to notice that you have too many thoughts, too many ideas out of nowhere that don't even correlate to anything you have going on right now, too many memories, too many other people coming up to your mind from the past, thinking, and you start to think that they are throwing stones at you and things like that, you should know that you are spending too much time into that mind, that you are using your mind for what it's not made for. You didn't create your mind to get flunked out like that, okay? You created your sun sign, you created your Pisces sun to express and to be, you created it for your benefit in the first place, but you might get flunked out from time to time. So what I'm saying right here is that one of the best ways for you to calibrate and balance that energy is for you to go to the opposite side, which would be Virgo, right? Which would be the Virgo, which would be the whole 180-degree energy, which is mutable earth, right? So by you jumping in from your from that mind that you have created, one of those minds that you created, which is the Pisces sun, by you jumping from that to the other side of the 360, you are able to see yourself, see what you are paying attention to, and how you are expressing yourself from a more outside perspective, from the opposite or complementary energy. So you are able to see what are you flunked out in and make sense out of it, right? Because Virgo is mutable earth, is being able to adapt your own ways to make sense to other people's ways to make sense. So you are able to analyze structure, because Virgo is the feminine side of Mercury. So it will be you analyzing and structuring your internal world, being able to see yourself from the other side, by you as a Pisces sun jumping from that Pisces sun energy, wherever you also have that Pisces sun in, meaning house, by you jumping into the other side, into the other opposite area of your life where you have Virgo in, will be a good way for you to get out of your mind, to get out of that ego, get out of that expression that you were so high and mighty on and getting all flunked out in, and seeing yourself from an outside perspective, being able to make sense, structure, practicalize, because mutable earth is really about that. And by you making sense, analyzing, practicalizing, structuring, and going into that area, just cleaning your space, being able to pay attention to the details, really go and not be so vague. Instead of being so vague, you are way more direct. You are way more this is that, pinpoint, instead of being so metaphorical, because we Pisces sun can be too metaphorical at times and make no sense at all. So when you start to see that you are going too much into those energies, when you start to go too much into the Pisces La La Land energies, make sure that you are going, that you are using this Virgo energy to clean your mind, to see yourself from an outside perspective, to know, because that's how you also know that you are no thing, right? As a spirit, we are no thing, and by us balancing, by us doing this 180 balancing, for example, is you just detaching from that mind and going into an area that might not be so comfortable or might not be so used. You might not be so much revolving there, which means that it's more clear, which means that it's a place where you can actually create something new. It's a place where it's not with too many lights, there's not too many revolutions, so there's not many memories either, so you are able to go into that energy as well, and see yourself from a opposite perspective, so you are able to complement it, because opposites is also complementaries, depending on from what perspective are you looking for from, right? So Pisces Sun, the 180 calibration would be you going into your Virgo energy, cleaning some shit, talking, being practical, analyzing, and having some form of stability, and being able to correlate that stability with the world, and having some form of seeing some form of stability in the world, and being able to adapt that into your own life. So that's how that Virgo mutable earth correlates. So you are able to balance and be more practical as a Pisces Sun, so you don't go so far into just being too much into that Pisces energy, right? You can use that Pisces energy in a more fresh way for what it was really created, which is being creative, being expansive, being inspiring, and being inspired, okay? And being able to clear the environment and the world around you, okay? And the world within you. So Virgo will be a perfect complementary energy for the Pisces Sun to actually correlate and be more real in the world and make your dreams be more real, okay? I'm not saying go too much into Virgo either. I'm saying that when you are too much into your Pisces Sun, Virgo energy is very good for you to be able to balance your own chart, so you have a full 360 vision of what you have going on, okay? Pisces Sun is is naturally the feminine side of Jupiter. So the second way to correlate and to create a balancing situation in your expression would be to go into the masculine side of Jupiter, right? So by Pisces being ruled by Jupiter and co-ruled by Neptune, this means that Jupiter, talking about Jupiter only because Neptune is only correlated with Pisces, right? So this is a far off planet, this is the grandma, this is more about the imaginations and things like that, which only Pisces can utilize in this case, right? So that is one of the things, but what I want to talk about right now especially is the planetary counterparts that would be Sagittarius, which would be the masculine side of Jupiter. So Pisces, being the feminine side of Jupiter, is the more internal way for you to expand and gain wisdom, is for you to travel internally. You create your own dreams, and your dreams being your internal travels, okay? It doesn't mean unicorns and La La Land. La La Land is one part of it, okay? La La Land is so you can do anything in La La Land. La La Land is just anything. You can create anything, but dreams in specific is your internal travels, how you travel, how you gain wisdom and knowledge internally, okay? And by Jupiter being the ruler of being born in Pisces, being the internal Pisces being the internal side of Jupiter, is how you that's what you pay attention to by having Sun in Pisces. You pay attention to your internal travels, your internal way to gain wisdom and knowledge. That's what you pay attention to, and that's what you express, okay? And for you to balance that energy that you pay so much attention to with the other counterpart of Jupiter would be Sagittarius, mutable fire. And that by default creates a 90-degree angle, which is a learning experience, a learning opportunity. So that is one of the ways that you can correlate and balance your own Pisces Sun, is by going into the Sagittarius energy. I would recommend you first having this form of, but we all go through this in each and every day, okay? I'm saying consciously, by you going into Virgo, being more organized, being more practical, then you can go into Sagittarius real easy, because those two already square each other. So Virgo and Pisces square Sagittarius, okay? So those are three mutable signs, and those are three, that is the learning experience that Virgo and Pisces go through when they jump into Sagittarius, okay? So by you going into the Sagittarius energy, for you to actually have some form of balance with your own planetary energy that you pay so much attention to, having Sun in Pisces, this would be you expressing your wisdom and knowledge by you jumping into that Sagittarius energy. This is you learning, right? 90 degrees angle. This is you learning how to express your own wisdom and knowledge and others' wisdom and knowledge, because this is mutable fire, being able to adapt to your own and others people's ways to be creative, to be to be expressive, to have some form of creativity, have some form of imagination, have some form of fire, have some form of creativity, right? Have a vision. And Sagittarius, by you going into the energy of Sagittarius, is you going into the masculine side of Jupiter and being able to have some have a correlation by you traveling, by you expressing and traveling outside, because by being masculine, the masculine side of Jupiter is you traveling outside, is you expressing that wisdom and knowledge, is you when you go through Pisces Sun, Pisces mutable water, internally traveling, internally dreaming, internally having those feelings and emotions, adapting your own feelings and emotions to others. By you going into the Sagittarius energy, you are actually able to express that, to go into the world and express yourself and calibrate your Pisces Sun with the world, so you can see reactions and responses. You going into Sagittarius energy also means you gaining wisdom, knowledge, and correlating yourself with the world, with the outside, because that's the masculine energy of Jupiter. So Pisces Sun so calibration of the Pisces Sun going 180 degree into Virgo, organizing your own thoughts, ideas, being able to make sense of whatever you have going on and make sense of whatever everybody has going on, so you don't think that you are the victim, you are not you are not getting, so you don't get outweighed, you are actually making sense, you are able to practicalize whatever you are adapting to, so it makes sense, and you don't have, so you can come back to your Pisces Sun without having to be too flunked out into thinking that something is what it is not, and be more real. And going into the Sagittarius energy, you will learn how to make sense. You have to learn how to be more expressive about your wisdom and knowledge. Be more expressive about your internal travels. Be more creative. Be travel somewhere, you know, just by you as a Pisces sun traveling, or having someone that you can travel with and expand on something, even as when it comes to just conversation, you know, having some form of creativity that you want to express. That in itself is already you learning how to express your imaginations. And by you having that learning experience, by you going and allowing yourself to go through that learning experience, you will be able to correlate your own individuality, Pisces Sun, with the world in the best way, so you can expand on your own creativity, imagination in the best way, without you having to get too flunked out into so many things, because Pisces is really a lot of different things that can come in. And by you using these energies of Virgo and Sagittarius, you are able to bring that to a more real way, to a more relatable as well as more expressive way. So even if nobody understands you, you yourself know what is best for you. So by default, you will attract the right people, places, and things to expand with, to travel with, and to learn with, as well as make sense, okay? So that is the Pisces Sun breakdown. I wish this wasn't too confusing once again. Pisces Sun, you already know, I have Pisces Sun. Sometimes it may get too many things at the same time, so I'm trying to, and I'm doing my best to actually explain this to y'all and explain that to myself, because I'm making this video talking to myself and to you as well. So I wish this was helpful, and on the next one we are going into Aquarius, so stay tuned and I will see you all very soon. Shout out to the Soul Group, shout out to Esotericcloudsurfer, and shout out to all the Wild Men, as well as to you for watching. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for the support. Make sure to check out my description down below, and I will see you all very soon. Mwah!